Hey guys, welcome to another episode of DayZ Tips and Tricks. Today I'm going to do an overview of the largest city in DayZ, Chernogorsk, or Cherno for short. The first place I want to talk about is what I call the Sniper Nest. It is a large factory building with a ladder on the side that has a clear view of the entire city. When you are moving through the city, you need to be aware that at any time someone could be up in the Sniper Nest watching your every move. The next set of buildings I'm going to highlight are the two hospitals in Cherno. It's always a good idea to know where to find an abundance of medical supplies, especially for new players. The next building I'm going to highlight is the small factory building on the west side of Cherno. It's a good spot to find some loot, and it's often untouched since people tend to rush the firehouse or the hospitals. The next building I'm going to mark in blue is the famous firehouse. This place is a hotspot for player activity, but is also stocked with loot. You need to be extremely careful when looting this place. There's almost always players around this area, and it's in clear view of the Sniper Nest. Right next to the firehouse is the machine shop. This building can have quite a bit of loot, and I have found a few weapons inside of it. If you go up the set of stairs on the inside of the machine shop, sometimes you can find an M4 or a Mosin. Next up is the grocery store. Because the grocery store, the machine shop, and the firehouse are close together, this whole area is a hotspot for player activity. If you're entering Cherno from the west, coming from Bolota, you should be extra careful. The building I'm going to highlight in light blue is the church. The church doesn't spawn much loot, but it's good to know its location. Knowing the location of these buildings can be the difference between meeting up with your friends quickly or sitting around for 5 minutes trying to describe your surroundings. Here you can see the grocery store, the firehouse, the machine shop, and the church. The screenshot was taken from the Sniper Nest, and you can see how it gives you clear vision of everything in the city. Marked in dark purple is the clock tower. The clock tower is not enterable, nor does it have any loot, but it's basically the center of the city and a good place to know. Next, marked in green, is the construction site that is to the east of the city on the outskirts. This place is a good spot to find loot. You're not going to find any military weapons, but I found quite a few backpacks here along with melee weapons. Here's another screenshot from the Sniper Nest. You can see the Eastern Hospital and the construction site. Again, take note how much you can see from up there. No one enters or leaves Cherno without you seeing it. Next, I'm going to mark the two office buildings in Cherno, one on the northwest side and one on the east side. These places are large and can spawn quite a bit of loot. Good spots to know when you're looting Cherno. The last two things I'm going to mark are the residential buildings and the water pumps. Most of the buildings in Cherno are enterable, and you can find civilian type loot inside of them. If you guys want to know more about the types of loot you will find in buildings and which buildings spawn specific types of loot, check out my other video, the Buildings and Loot Guide, for more information. That's it for this video. If you found any of this information helpful, hit subscribe. I'm working on tutorials, guides, and basic information for new players to DayZ almost daily. I've added a link to the map I made here in the description. Feel free to use it and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching.